There are several phases that a manuscript must go through before being finalized and ready for the production department to prepare for publication. However, there are 4 main phases that you, as the author, will be familiar with. The first phase is the submission phase. The manuscript remains in this phase until you finish your submission by clicking the Submit button on the overview screen. You should receive an email from the system notifying you that your submission has been received. The second phase is initial assessment. This is the phase in which the editor-in-chief is responsible for reviewing your submission and determining whether or not it meets the requirements and scope of the journal. The editor-in-chief will then accept or reject the assessment of the manuscript, in which you will receive an email with their decision. The editor-in-chief should complete the assessment of your manuscript within 2 weeks of initial submission. The third phase is the review process, and is usually the longest to complete. If your manuscript passes initial assessment, the editor-in-chief will then make sure to remove any identifying information and place it into review. The editor-in-chief will select 3 editorial review board members to review the manuscript. Once those reviews are complete, the editor-in-chief will then take these reviews into consideration before making a decision on the next step. Generally, this next step is to then place the manuscript under the review of an associate editor. Once the associate editor conducts their review, the editor-in-chief will then make a decision to accept, reject, or request a revision of your manuscript based on the reviewer's comments. Which then leads us to the final phase, editorial decision. This phase is where the editor-in-chief makes a final decision to accept or reject your manuscript. You will receive an email with the editor's decision and the next actions to be taken. Each phase will receive a green check mark beside it once the manuscript has finished and moved on to the next phase. Throughout this process, it is important to keep an eye on your inbox for any emails from the editor-in-chief, the submission system, or the publisher. The box on the right-hand side of the submission shows the phase history in which the manuscript has gone through. In this box, you will see each phase listed, along with a date range as to when the manuscript entered and exited the specific phase.